Yeah, go for it. Yeah, stuck in.
Hi guys. Can you see
Uh,
me?
no, your camera's too far. You're not in. You're not in the frame.
Am I
Now,
on the frame now?
uh, your
You're
camera
from
needs to
eyes
come up a
up.
wee bit.
You're out. There you
There
go.
you go. That's it. Yeah, bend your knees there.
Sorry
That's
There
guys.
it.
you go.
That'll
You're
do.
We're
all right.
having
That'll do.
problems with my cameras today. If you
Uh,
are wondering what's going on, so uh, we've done away with a couple of things, so we're just going to go straight forward. Uh, I'll bring the guys in. They are helping me in the background. There they are. The
yes, we
gruesome
will.
twosome.
We will. We will definitely be in the background today. I think.
Yes,
Oh
thank you.
dear. So we'll put that back in to where we're going to go. And I'll get the camera over where it's meant to be.
There you go.
Uh, I'm panicking here, guys, because this is just 5 minutes before meant to go on live. It just decided not to work.
The camera died. Yeah.
So, and I couldn't get the camera back, even though it said it was on. Anyway, what we're doing, guys, today is let me see if I touch this. Will it go back on? Oh, right. I'm just.
I would just
Oh,
leave it in that camera for the rest of the day now.
right.
Just leave it there.
Okay,
Don't be touching it.
guys. What I'm going to do today is make a wee pot with a lid and maybe a finial on it. So I have a piece of mahogany here. It's 95 mil wide and it's 70 millimeters deep. And I've cut it into an octonic, I can't even say it,
Octagonal.
octagonal shape.
Easy
Listen,
And
peasy,
it's not be
sir.
the same as octagonal.
oh,
Or eight or eight sided.
I'm just not right
It's
right
not even
now.
octagonal. It's only six sided, is it not?
Uh, six sizes,
Six
six
sided.
sided.
It's not
Hex
octagonal. Octagonal's eight
hexagonal.
sided. It's a hexagonal.
Oh, say okay. Whoa. So
Arr.
I'm up all up left now, guys.
You're all flustered now.
Absolutely.
So I am. So it may go wrong in a way.
Ah,
May
well,
not.
sure. That'll be a good
Anyway,
laugh if it does. It'll be
so
fine.
I just warn you, guy, I'm not in the best of uh, feeling good
Elf.
today. The back's
Elf.
giving me jip, and
Do what you
just
can,
getting,
Paul. If
I
it's
just getting
too
a drink.
sore, just quit,
Right.
okay, buddy? Don't punish
Right. What I'm
yourself
going to do
for the
first.
want of a YouTube live.
So we're going to turn this down. We're not going to turn it around because I want to keep the shape of the top of that. This is going to be the top. So we're going to hollow the wee vessel out, and I've already marked the sizes for the lid of camera. So
Good.
yeah, I'm just going to. I'm hesitating to touch this button to change it back to tailstock.
Very
No,
good.
we're still there.
We're flying.
All right. So I'm just going to mark that on that.
Todd has just put a comment in the chat there. He says, "Is this a wood turning live or a comedy channel?"
Yes.
Comedy channel.
It's starting to get a bit like the Chuckle Brothers here.
Oh dear.
To me,
Right.
to you,
So
to you, to me.
that's a me. That's a size I want to make this. Okay. So I'm just going to go in with the parting tool.
Very thing.
That wee shoulder will be my recess for the lid to sit in. Uh,
Gary Glass has just responded to Todd and says, "I'm saying nothing, Todd. My wood turning and comedy are one of the same thing."
oh dear.
There are days like that.
Hey, do certainly, yeah. It's all good fun, boys. Well, if
So
you
this is
start to hollow that out, I'll tell you who's in, will I?
Okay.
you tell me who's in.
Yeah, we've got Gary Glass was first in as usual. I don't know, he must be putting his feet up when he's supposed to be at work. Andy the Valley Wood Turner's in. That's Andy Bundy Rowe. If you don't know. Clint from Wood Dancers is also with us. Alex the Wood Butcher's in. Todd from Glen Cove Woodworks is in. Malcolm of the Douglases is in, along with Clive Rogerson. Chris Dodds, all the way from Australia, is with us, along with Roger Kent We've got 21 people watching. I didn't read out 21 names there. But
No.
I can't
So I'm
see
just
who I've
using
missed.
the rhino scraper here to just give me my final shape. I don't want to make it too wide and too deep at this point.
Mhm.
If I need to go back on this, I can. So I just wanted to hollow that bit out while I have all the timber in situ and give it the most strength. So we'll just stop that and see.
Yeah,
It's
Rob
not
from
be
Copper.
it's not going to be a functional piece. It's just more of a decorative piece.
All right. So we've got
Okay.
Rob from Copper Wood Turning, and Mike Evans is also here.
Robert
Hello
Boltwood
guys,
is in.
welcome to the fun channel.
Did you say Alex? Alex is in.
Alex the Wood Butcher, I said, yeah, and Robert Boltwood as well.
Just check that.
Vinny?
Just a wee,
Vinny
still a wee
Charlton.
line. Still a wee line there. Taking our
Malcolm
cut off that.
Douglas.
Yep, got Malcolm.
Um,
Let me just scroll down here. Gary Glass says the shape of the piece of wood is a hexagonal.
Hexagon.
It's hexagonal, yeah.
Right, that's okay. I'm
Yeah.
happy with that, and that should be.
All right.
Paul Houghton's in.
Welcome along, Paul. All the Pauls together.
Christine and Michael. Hello.
Ah, Christine Michael Heseltine. Welcome along, guys.
Looks like a lot of folks in the chat that haven't chatted yet. So.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm going to use the spindle couch here, and I'm going to slope this top here back a bit. Okay, so I'll just reposition the tailstock there. Remember about the points. We want to keep the points.
We want to keep the hexagonal shapes.
Yep.
Okay.
He really wanted to keep that octagonal shape.
I don't want to take it down too far. I just want to check. Okay, that's going down all right.
Oh.
Okay.
Robert has a question for me. He says,
oh, for you? Right, okay.
What did you use for the eyes on your mouse? I turned the eyes for the mouse and just drilled 2 little holes, 2 3mm holes, just tiny little.
So I'm just using the wing of the gouge here.
Oh.
Bring this in.
Marcel has joined us. Hello, Marcel.
Hi, Marcel. How are you doing, buddy?
We'll just stop that and have an RV look where we are, and that seems nice. No tear out.
So
that's one of the nicest pieces of mahogany I've ever turned.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How did you cut the hexagonal?
Right, I'm going to show you. I want them to have a computer, okay, and generate it on pieces of paper.
Okay.
Okay.
And stuck them onto blanks of wood, and then cut them on the chop saw.
Oh, you cut them with a chop saw. Okay.
Yep. So they're exactly.
Yeah.
They're the right size, you know. So that's the easy way of doing it. You can, if you're mathematical inclined to do it, you can do it the route with the compass and stuff like that.
60 degrees, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not capable of doing that. You know, I pick the easy option, is to print it out and then stick it on and then cut it.
That works.
That makes perfect sense, Paul. Makes perfect sense. Not a thing wrong.
Do what works. Okay, so we've done that. Now we're going to go to the sides, and we're going to give this a bit of shape. So I'm going to change cameras, guys.
Chris, oh, here we go. Keep your fingers crossed, everybody.
Yay!
Chris Dodd says it's not bad, but he was trying to make a square, he says.
Todd says someone needs to make a shirt for Paul that has the various multi-sided shapes and their proper names.
Oh,
even better, Even
good
better,
piece,
put the wrong names with the shapes and say match them to the right one.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
all
taking a few cuts from both sides here to get me down into this.
A hexagonal jig me thing.
Now I just want to check that. Right, okay, that's coming right. All right. Just let the base get up to speed. So speed's your friend when you're doing anything spindle ways, especially if you've got points on it.
Yeah, you don't have to be afraid of putting the turn the speed up when you're using a small piece of timber on it, and spindle orientation, because yeah,
Right.
as long as it's pretty well held in your chuck, you should be okay. We're getting fancy now, aren't we?
I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Stop on how we look and see where we are. Right, that's okay, that's fine. Right, that's where I want to be. I was going to take it right down so the shape of that comes around, but I'm not going to bar, because I'm going to show you a piece I made yesterday later on. I'm going to finish this, and it's a piece I've made for next month's competition on our club. And Brian, if you haven't made one, you have to make one.
Oh dear.
And the theme this next month is black and white.
Oh, no.
Okay, so it can black and white, anything with black and white in it. Okay, so it's
well, yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow night anyway.
we'll just take this down a wee bit. Okay.
Yeah, Gary wants to know about your title. He says, so, and the title is a lidded pot box? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Yeah, a little
And he
pox.
says, is that for medicinal purposes, Paul? Yeah, pot in a box. Yeah.
Fred Gilliver has joined us. Hello, Fred.
And so is.
And-
So,
Go
depending on
ahead.
how deep you went with your inside, you want to form your outside shape accordingly. Okay, and try not to match the inside and come through. Okay, so stop it frequently and give it a wee look and see where we are. So I'm just going to come round.
Door 60. Andy
Andy.
has joined us. How to do?
Right, I'm
Gary
sort of
Glass,
putting a bit of an OG shape into this. Yeah, I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but it starts to go in and then comes back out and round.
Okay.
So I'm just checking the thickness again, and still have a wee bit of room to take a wee bit more off this.
Yes, Gary, I'm demonstrating tomorrow night at the woodshed. For my sins, I'm demonstrating tomorrow night.
I'm keeping the bevel in touch with the wood here as I come round. Keep the flow going. So you can probably see that better now. It's starting to take the shape, and there's very little. There's no tear in that at all. Let's expand. I have never turned mahogany before yesterday, and the bit of mahogany I got, I got a couple of years ago, and it's been sitting, and I've always been not knowing what to do with it. So I cut it up in a couple of blanks and made a couple of these sort of blanks, and I turned one yesterday. So the one I turned yesterday is going to be my competition piece for my club's
Ooh, is it now?
competition. I maybe not show you because you might copy it, Brian.
No, I might die. Yeah, that would be like me. Yeah, that'd be like me.
But
Might
I'll give
copy.
you an idea. I'll give you an idea of the black and white issue. You know, we tried that a couple of years ago, and it was a great success.
Mhm.
And was decided to do it again because it gives everybody an opportunity to enter some into the competition. It could
Mhm.
be anything as long as it has black and white in it.
I hate to
Okay,
think what Keith Highland's going to put in.
I know. It'll be segmented anyway.
Yeah, it's
You can
all guaranteed. Yeah.
you can bet your money on that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to come in a wee bit more under the lip of this to bring a wee bit of plenty of timber here to bring out, so it's undercutting this here as it comes round and down.
Oh,
Okay,
buddy.
so
I see where you're at now.
we just want to pick that cut up.
Size of gouge is that you're using? You hear the concentration, can you?
Sorry, Brian, did you say something there? I
Is
couldn't hear you.
Is that a 3/8 gouge you're using or what?
Yeah, spindle gouge.
Yeah.
So I think I will get a wee bit more than that. We'll try a wee bit more.
Ooh.
I think it's going to come in all right. So I'm just eyeing up the shadow as the piece goes round.
Mhm. That'll be a great cut for a real close-up camera.
But we're not changing it today.
No,
Do
we're
you want
not.
me to bring that camera down a wee bit?
No, we're not. No, just leave
No,
it where
you're
it is.
good. You're
Don't be
good.
touching it.
I'll go on.
Matt Ibbotson has joined us. Hello, Matt
Matt Ibbotson.
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 You can show me and I can copy it, Paul.
That better?
Not competition for me yet.
Is that
Yes.
better? Yep.
Yes.
I
Yes,
brought that
fine,
down
mate,
a wee
yeah.
bit.
That's
Okay.
good, man. Yeah, good job.
I didn't have to change anything, so there's no buttons. It's just more
Oh,
moving the
sorry.
mouse to enlarge it.
All right, that's fair enough.
Right. I just want to check where my bottom one is in this. So where's my wee
Oh, I've just had an idea.
my small I have it somewhere. There's my small center depth finder. So I just want to check that. Okay. So there. So the bottom of that piece is just there, guys. Okay, so I have a wee bit of room to bring that round. So I don't want it going deep down as deep as that. So I'm going to bring this round now to get my shape, and then we'll clean it up and work on the bottom part.
So going back to the black and white theme, does the
Yeah.
thing have to be all black and white,
No,
or can it just have black and white in it?
just black and white in it.
Okay.
And one thing it doesn't involve involves a piece of sycamore that is white, because it's not white.
No, it's not. Sycamore's not white.
Because that was one of the problems. It cropped up.
No, there's
couple of
actually
times.
there's actually no wood that's actually white.
Yeah.
Holly would be the closest thing to white, but it's still not white. I think.
Just
Mhm.
remove some more timber here, guys. They'll let me get that bottom round. I'm just going to take some of that timber away here as well.
Robert has said, I wish my hands were that steady. Yeah, me too. Wish I could hold my gouge that steady.
That's the only issue I see. Um, there's a whole school of thought, and it's gaining popularity, that your hand should never touch the tool rest. Tool rest is a tool rest, not a hand rest.
It's
Well,
a bit
that's
I don't
fine
think
if
so.
you've got really steady hands.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't think that's. I don't know where that school of thought's coming from. Because if you want
Um,
to get a parallel cut, you really need to have your hand on a tool rest.
well, that's the one exception. Mahoney,
Oh, it's Mike, is it?
he's I think well, I don't know if he started or not, but he was the first one I heard really getting heavy on it. But
Hmm.
I've been seeing it in a lot of videos where people keep their hand off of the tool rest. Well, I like you
oh,
just said, Brian.
I got a
Uh,
catcher. Wasn't expecting that.
I've seen that.
What that?
Oh, didn't half.
yep.
How
All
did you
right.
do that? How did you do that?
Just wasn't concentrating on putting the gouge in,
Um,
and it didn't watching where it was going.
all right.
Yep. But yeah, to do a straight line or even a nice curve, I think you need to have your
That gives
hand
me
in
a
a place
design
that's.
opportunity to change the shape of that. So it's still more to
Mm-hmm.
cut away that.
It's
Yeah,
going
I
to be
know
a
So
what
you
little
want to be
thinner.
careful when you're introducing your gouge into the piece. Make sure you're ready to hold on to it. I wasn't,
Yeah,
and that's what happened there.
approaching and taking it away is when you need to be your most careful.
Yes.
And it's people get a bit complacent sometimes and just shove the tool in and think, I'll be all right. Think. Off
Yep.
you go.
Well, I think I got all that tore out. Not catch away. There's a wee bit there still. Where am I? There should be enough timber there.
Cody Glen Cove
Yeah.
says, turn a bead and a cove, cut them apart, paint one white and the other black, and then hopefully they'll fit back together again. And Rob, the professor's in.
Hey, Rob.
Rob,
Hi, Rob. Welcome along. You missed the start.
Saw.
we had a bit of fun in the beginning.
There's a bit of fun going on.
No,
Right.
this is actually
Nerve-wracking kind of fun.
I'm just going to use my round nose scraper here. I just want to tidy that up.
Yeah, I did see yesterday, Brian. I saw somebody who
Mhm.
was pulling out of a cut
Mm.
and weren't really paying attention, and they twisted the tool as they did and caught an edge.
Yeah,
Um, didn't really
easily.
mess anything up, but
Yep, but it's real easy to do if you
oh
just.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I'm happy enough with that.
Oh,
Okay.
Lucy's in.
Hi, Lucy.
She's just popped in whilst in the car. Welcome
All
along,
right.
Lucy. And Chris does chips in. He's good sense of humour as ever. Chris, he says, "Oh, you missed the start as well." Well, he kind of did.
Kind of start, kind of, sort of.
It was quite funny.
So I'm sort of making a big bead here.
This is turning into an interesting shape.
It really is. It's gone
Amazed
from
what
one
you can
nice
do with a
shape to
small piece of
another.
wood. And yeah, it is. The good thing about this is it shows you can have good fun with just a small piece of wood.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to have big lumps of wood on your lathe all the time. Apparently it's half term. Rob says it's half term. He says he's going to blame the grandkids for him being late. Now would you worry, Rob? You're fine.
Oh no, Roy, the boy is in. Hello,
Oh
Roy.
no. Good
Hi,
afternoon,
Roy.
Roy.
Right. I'm just going to change spindle gouges over to the 1/4 inch finger nail grind on that one. Let me get in a wee bit better. I'm just bringing this down to size gradually,
Mm-hmm.
rather than going for a big heavy cut. And then if you can control it better, you don't want to make it too small.
So you're finessing it rather than butchering it.
Yeah.
So there you go. Use a bit of finesse.
So just gently does it to get to your shape, your pleases your eye. And you can stand back and look at the shape of the shadow line on the back behind it, and you can see what there's a wee bit high on this side still.
Roy says, "LOL, Doug. I'm not that bad." No, but your reputation is.
Your reputation precedes you. Right.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, I mean, what do I know? I don't know. Lucy says she's not been relaxing so much on holiday. She's been to the soft play area with the kids this morning.
Oh no.
Hope you had good fun in there, Lucy. 'Cause
Just stop that and have a wee Jeff Duke at this. Right. You might see a line here, guys, and think it's a mark. It's 2 pieces of timber stuck together. Okay.
okay.
It's just a wee bit lighter than
I
the
see.
top piece. Okay. I didn't do this. This is the way it came to me, you know. So you just work with what you have.
Exactly. It's a design feature. Don't be telling anybody it's a mistake. It's a design feature.
And it doesn't make an awful lot of difference
No, it won't.
to the piece. So we just want to cut that in the way. I'll bring that up to meet that. And we're just riding the belt around there.
Just a real classic shape you're putting on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like straight off the front cover of the classic shape book.
Yeah, yeah.
So we just
And
want
Paul-
a crisp,
Come to
nice
think of
crisp
that, where is-
line there.
Where is my classic shape book?
And if you look at, I'll get my pointer right. Where's my pointer? Pencil. You want to make sure your two sides match up here because it looks better. Okay.
I was
So
going to bring that up. You said something about that a while ago. That is kind of important. It just makes it congeal
there's a
all
wee-
together.
yeah, there's a wee fraction in it. There's a wee bit you can see it, and I
Mhm.
don't know if you can see it if I hold something light behind it. Let's see. There's a bit of paper. Can you see that? No. It just goes to the shape. It's almost there, but it's not quite. You know.
Mhm.
It just helps to make it look a wee bit more gooder.
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 Pleasing to the eye, Paul. Is that what are you looking for?
Pleasing the eye.
Mm.
So just turning the gouge right over on its side, closing the flute down and cutting that in. And I'm quite happy enough with that. I'm quite happy enough with the size here. I just need to bring that around with a round nose scraper a wee bit.
Roy, it's going to be a lidded box.
With a finial.
I think there's a wee bit neat. There is a wee bit there. Just the cut didn't go right round into the transition where it starts to go up. That's it now. And a wee bit on that side. Okay, so that's the shaping of it. We'll get the sanding done of it, and then we'll get the lid and stuff. So we'll start off with a wee bit 120. To say this has turned very nice for mahogany. Usually it's hard and horrible sometimes when you're turning it, but that's lovely.
Mahogany is actually a better wood Some people get confused sometimes
Yep.
with Sapele as well.
Yeah,
Sapele
maybe
is
I'm thinking of
a kinda
Sapele.
horrible,
That is the horrible chippy out thing.
chippy and dusty, yeah. And mahogany can be a much more denser timber,
Mhm.
and cuts better sometimes.
Dr.
It's good.
Excuse me, Dr. Bob has joined us this morning. Hello, Dr. Bob.
Hi, Bob. Welcome along, buddy.
Hi, Bob. Welcome along.
We've got currently got 28 people watching. Good job, guys.
I just changed on the inside of this because I'm happy enough with the depth, and there's not a lot more I can take out of that anyway, because I've reduced the outside quite a bit.
You have.
And you don't want to tempt fate, because you know what will happen.
Never a good idea.
So I just want to sand the recess part as well. Sometimes you can overlook that, and then when you've got it all sanded and the foot taken off, and you look at that, and it needs a wee bit of sanding.
Too late by then.
Yep. So you want to do all your sanding now. It's a good practice piece for spindle work and controlling your tool and just taking wee fine cuts and getting shape. Even if we're not going to make anything, just go through the motions, and it's all practice. So that was 120 and 180.
Good job.
Just be aware of the wee sharp points flying around here on the outside on the top of this. They can be sore in the fingers.
Yeah. Ask me how I know. Oh, I guess we've all done that at some point. Had something flopping around and got our fingers in where they weren't supposed to be, and it can smart for a few days.
Just going to check that before I go away from it. That's okay. So we'll do the back side of this now. The fears went away now, Brian. I'm going to push the buttons with confidence.
Good man. Good man. Just
it's funny way things like that just appear out of nowhere. That says not to work, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Computers are famous for it.
Bob P. has joined us from Alexandria, Virginia.
Oh, hi, Bob.
Hi, welcome along.
Two Bobs.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Norman. Norman has just joined in. Hello, Norman.
As well, yeah.
Good to see everybody today. Don't know about the rest of the world, but here in northern Kentucky, the sun is coming up over the horizon and starting to shine on the trees really nice. Cool out this morning, though.
It's cool
Just
here,
gonna
too.
check this before I move on to the next grid.
It's a bit grey and overcast here, though, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's grey and overcast in Carrickfergus as well. At least it's dry.
Yeah, at least it's dry, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not raining for a change.
Right, about 240.
Professor says one of his twin granddaughters is sitting on his knee, fixated on what Paul is turning.
Good.
As the rest of us are.
Pippa.
That's a great name. Pippa.
You can see that wee line of the transition of the two timbers now, and when you're sanding it.
I just at the ball there.
Yeah, see it there?
Yep. Can't.
You think it was a line or a mark or tool mark, but it's not. It's two different pieces of timber. Well, both mahogany, but obviously that one's a wee bit later.
Todd says they're praying for rain down in Texas. There's still a way down on annual rainfall. So. Well, good luck with that. Hope you get some. We've just had severe flooding in Scotland. Place where I used to live.
C20.
Yeah, here recently we've had loads of rain, so everything is still pretty green, but the leaves are starting to change. It's a pretty time of the year.
Same here. I was driving up the road to Lismore this morning. A beautiful big maple tree. All sorts of beautiful colours on it. But the overwhelming thing I see on the roads these days is dead ash trees.
Oh, yes.
And about 400 just to finish that off.
Your all's ash trees are dying from a different reason, I believe, than ours are. Don't y'all are dealing with a blight, aren't you?
Yeah, ash dieback, it's called.
Yeah, okay. We're dealing with a bug, emerald ash borer.
Okay.
And to see a picture of it, it's got beautiful colors in it, but it is one ugly little critter. But when a tree gets infected with those bugs, it kills the tree from the top down.
Well, that's kind of the same thing's happening with the ash trees. They're dying from it's called ash dieback because it's dying back from the tips.
Okay.
I'm not sure what
causes
it. Maybe it is a bug. I don't know.
So give us a wee taste of sanding sealer.
But we used to have huge amounts of ash trees here. It grows like a weed here.
Yes.
In a good shape.
Yeah, we've got tons of them here
in the bottom.
They're everywhere, just dead trees now mostly.
We won't have them for much longer.
Right. Just quite the shame. It's kind of like the American chestnut here. It went through a blight back many years ago, and there's a few trees here and there, but typically they get to a certain age and the blight gets to them and they're done. Beautiful wood though.
Yeah, we had the same thing with elm.
Yeah.
A lot of years back, the Dutch elm disease, and it just wiped them out completely.
Yeah.
Just making
sure. Ash dieback is caused by a fungus.
And in the big groove.
Okay. I was thinking it was a fungus or a bacteria, something that was getting to them.
Kind of thought it was a fungus, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I didn't want to comment.
Now, Paul, I believe that's going to have some really nice chatoyance to it when you get all your finish on it there. It looks like it's flashing as it spins.
It's either that or his lights are flickering.
It's just sparkling. So it is. Just sparkling. Just doing the wee ends.
Robert's managed to save a few bits of ash tree. Somebody's just cut one down.
Well, that's the thing to do when anytime you hear a tree being cut down, see if you can grab a few pieces.
They're very stingy up around here. They wouldn't give you any of the tree fellers or tree companies.
They would sooner shred it.
Yeah. I asked him one time and he says, "Alan, you have to speak to the boss." He gave me the phone. He says, "Oh, what are you doing?" I don't want to speak to him. What are you doing with that? And he says, "I'm going to chip it." You not give me a few bits. There's one they're putting a new road in at the bottom of Green Island here. They cleared it all away and they cut an awful lot of trees down. So they did. They put the new road in and most of it they took away to cut up in the slabs, but majority of the branch wood, it was all just pulp
Mm-hmm.
in the shredder. You thinking you're Rasmussen or something
know.
really?
Yeah.
No skinner off their own nose. It's one less piece they have to put in the van, put in the machine.
Lucy says that she has an ash tree and 4 sycamores due to come down at the edge of her field. Some nice timber and sycamores and ash.
Yep. I'd say save all you can.
Absolutely. Even if you just get it cut down into pieces and stick it under a tarpaulin for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. Just removing the excess Yorkshire grit. Normally you would do this for a wee bit longer, but this is a demo, so it's just going through the process of doing it. So that's that. So we'll give it a wee taste of wax on that. I keep this wee bit of cloth in the tin, and it never dries out. So you don't have to keep on getting a new bit of cloth and loading it up with wax. You just got a wee wipe round, and that does it. Just
Lucy has arrived, and so she's going to check out. We'll see you later, Lucy.
Bye, Lucy. Catch you later, mate.
All right, cheerio. That's that.
Yeah. Dr. Bob said they clear cut all the elm trees in the Detroit area, and now they're coming back and replanting. That probably is a good idea. You hate to see them wipe out a tree completely, but with plans to come back several years later and replant them. In our case, just like your all's, the Dutch elm disease. That's such a tragic thing. Widespread, not a lot could be done about it, but cut all the trees out, get rid of them, let the disease die away, then maybe you can bring them back.
Okay, so that's the bottom part done. So we'll get the lid into the chuck. Quite nice shape. I like that.
It is nice.
Right.
That's lovely shape. Yeah, I like it. Very nice little piece, I have to say.
So
there's not enough corners on this piece, Paul.
So I'm just checking. I have that the wrong way, right? There's 2 tenons in this, and Near took the wrong side off.
Glad you checked it.
This is the inside, so
it would add it to the fun of the thing.
Yeah, we just go along with the start. Actually, yes. Once I remember now, I made it a wee bit small because I didn't know if that was going to end up. So I can take that off. So it's okay to change your mind halfway through the piece.
It's product development, it's called. Not change your mind, it's product development.
So just remove this.
And if you believe that, you'll believe anything.
Yeah, Gary Glass has asked, what strange shape is that piece you have on the lathe now, Paul?
Square.
That's a square piece, yeah.
It's a square, Gary. I'm just going to mark that now, my size.
Don't be confusing Gary any more than he already is, guys.
I've had enough confusion this afternoon, with things not working. Part and tool. I just want to make stand back from the line. I change the cameras. Yo!
Did it again.
He celebrates every time it works now. It's fabulous. Dear.
Just want to move the. And we'll just check your size. See if it goes on. Nope. Right, okay. So we're just going to creep up on this. I'm just going to use the skew chisel and a nice sharp point on it once I put these tools away. Just to bring that in. So a wee bit off that. Just take that away. We'll see where we are. Not yet.
I don't know if that's true, Robert. Robert said, Brian, if women can change their minds, so can we in the woods workshop.
That's 100% correct. Absolutely 100% correct.
But it's a woman's prerogative to change her mind.
Yeah, well,
Right,
only in a world when women weren't equal.
Yeah.
Right, I took a wee bit too much off that, guys, there. So I'm going to reduce this down and cut it at an angle going out the way, cut it a wee bit deeper. Just sort of takes a slop up. There's a wee bit of slop in it. I want to take this corner off too. I have found that.
In my house, equality works in both directions.
Right, just going in from both sides because.
And you'll notice that Michelle's not in the chat.
Todd says, wait until they start putting pillows everywhere in your workshop.
My workshop is a wife-free zone.
So I'm just going to angle this out.
Oh, Richard Phil's joined us. Hi, Richard.
Richard, how you doing?
And hopefully that'll give me enough just to make up the difference of the sloppiness of that. There you are. Lovely pit. You think I've done that before?
You would think. Have you?
It's just got a nice pop to it. You know. Okay. So that's that.
Go.
So we can bring this size down. Just going to use the wing to bring this in. The lid is just going to sit into the piece. It's not going to overlap it in any way. So we'll just check that and see if there's anything. Yeah, there's still a wee bit of room to take off. So the middle of this, I'm just going to dish it in slightly because I want to play a good bit of timber for the finial.
You have to drill a hole yet.
We'll just clean that up.
Dr. Bob has said that some wood artisans don't realize that their city arborist is their best friend for a wood supply.
Well,
and in some cases, in larger cities, that's particularly true, at least over here. I've heard some of the folks there in Great Britain talk about when the city does it or the county, whatever, that it's mandatory. It has to be chipped up.
I'll just sand that.
Andy the Woodwork Learner's joined us.
Hey, Andy. Intermediate. Yeah, I think you messed up when you started putting your stuff out for the public to see. You're no learner. You're an intermediate at least.
Mm-hmm.
Then
And
again,
Raymond
we're all
Wise is in
learners.
too.
Hey, Raymond,
Yep,
we're
the
all
wood
learners,
turner.
aren't we?
Yep, the wood turner thinks he knows everything. Is past his best.
Mm.
I have to say. I've got a mountain of stuff to learn yet, and
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to learning it.
As soon as you think you got it, somebody else comes along with something, a new technique or new something. Um, I appreciated Cindy Drozda the other night
Mm,
talking about how much she still has to learn.
indeed.
You never stop learning unless
Andy says I just forget a lot. Yeah, I know
you
that
learn every
feeling.
day.
Yeah,
I know that
yeah.
feeling. Yeah.
Got to keep learning so that you can stay ahead of the forgetful curve.
Yeah, I just bought myself a new book from. It's an old book, and it's called "Decorative Techniques for Wood Turners" by
That's
Hilary Bowen.
right.
Ah,
So we're finished with the bottom of that. So we're going to take that off.
so you're going to have all kinds of new things to share with us, aren't you?
Well, that's the.
This
Yeah,
piece back in.
hope so.
Put that back in there.
Robert Botwood says, "I learn from my I learn from your you learn from your mistakes. I learn an awful lot." He says.
You do if
Yeah.
you watch me, that's for sure.
And me. Yeah, indeed.
Okay.
Stick it up there
So
and see.
there are a couple of ways of holding this in. It's a nice grab on it. If you're gentle enough, you could probably take it away. Okay. This timber you don't need. But I'm going to bring the tailstock up just to hold that die, bringing this down a bit
Good plan.
and make it flush with the top of the our box. Okay, just gentle pressure. That's all it needs. And then we can work on it when we get it. Most of this timber removed. It just helps with the process. So we'll just go easy and gentle.
Alex says, "Good
And
job.
I'm just
Nobody sees
using
me."
the wing of the gouge back and forward to
Go to the
remove
overhead.
this.
Go to the overhead a minute, Paul. Can't see it.
Yo, it worked.
There you go. It's better. Alex says, "Good job. Nobody sees me." As they would learn how not to do stuff. Well, it's a learning experience, regardless.
So that's almost down. So I want to take a wee bit off the width of this.
I'm watching the wrong
I just
camera
want to come up
again.
the outside of that.
Dr. Bob has said when you stop learning when they put you in your coffin.
That's it.
I have seen a medical thing that talked about when you stop learning, you will die. It kind of sets everything in motion when you just kind of shut down. So
Okay, so
good thing to keep
we
learning.
managed to make that flush with that. That's fine. We can take
Hey, Andy.
that away.
You know how
We'll just
difficult it is to achieve that, Rob? To just have that shimmer of wood there so you can see through it.
Uh-huh.
Or take skill, you know.
I did a bowl a couple weeks ago that I almost sanded to the complete invisible. You can see through it now, but it's still there at least.
Yeah, mine's just not. It's in the bin.
so we'll only drill a hole for finial at this point.
What size of finial mortise and tenon do you use?
I have that wee bit. It's about 1/4 inch.
6 mil.
Yeah. It's the smallest. No, it's not the smallest one I have. It's the next one
Right.
up.
I tend to go 5 mil or 10 mil.
You don't want to make it too thin. You want to give it some body, you know, to put it in. Right. A wee bit of a before you put your Forstner pin into that, just tape that off so the lid doesn't spin it out and wrecks it all. So a wee bit of masking tape is your best friend.
Todd is mentioning the fact that Cindy Drosler was so enthusiastic the other night. She really was. She's
we had the pleasure of her
she's
a couple of years ago over with us. And again, she's small. I think she's a bit smaller than Emma.
Oh, she couldn't be. No, that's impossible, surely.
Okay.
She's pretty small.
So she is pretty small. So just hold on to the chuck.
Andy says he did his first live edge bowl and it has a nice translucent band near the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Had a few of those in my time too.
Richard says that's a prelude to a funnel, Andy. It is indeed. Or exiting the side door.
Yeah. Yep.
And I've done that too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody has.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it a few times. When you think you have more timber than you have on the bottom, it happens when you're not expecting it. Yeah. And then it happens sometimes when you are expecting it.
Yeah, Gary Glassy just put this in the chat. You're gonna believe this. I'm back at work, Richard, unfortunately. So I'm not really watching this devil. I'm so busy.
Yeah, I believe that.
Can you
so we'll
hear
just sand this up. Oh.
Can you hear the angelic choir in the background as he was typing that? Can you? Get out of here.
You know, when I started and I took my first bowl lesson, I guess really the only bowl lesson I ever took, the big thing was thin. And so I was trying to do everything as thin as I possibly could on a Shopsmith, which does not run as true as what you would hope.
Yeah.
And yeah, I went through the side of a number of bowls, especially at the very, very end.
Right, we have a wee bit of a problem here. So the lid is spinning, actually. So we're just going to
stick a bit of tissue on it.
Yep. Don't let me sand the lid.
A good tip there sometimes if it's a mic loose, damp the tissue as well. You could, if you damp the tissue, that'll helps to swell the fibres of the wood and it'll grip it better.
The only thing wrong with that is getting it back out again.
Well, you've got a hole in it now, so you should be all right. If you just leave it to dry, it'll come back out. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So we just finished sanding of that.
Oh no. Robert had to bend 3 live edge pieces a while back because he went through the side of them.
Oh dear.
It can be easy to do. Live edge, I know I don't tend to check my wall thickness quite as often as I do a normal bowl because I don't want to get cut by that live edge. So I run a little more chance or leave them a little thicker usually.
Yeah, I can tend to leave live edge bowls just a little bit thicker too.
Yeah. I like the edge of it.
Yeah, I like the edge of it thin, but I'm not a great fan of thin bowls anyway.
Right.
I think bowls should be a little bit more substantial.
I don't want them chunky, but yeah, having some heft to them, or thin all the way through so that they have lift to them. One or the other. They're utilitarian. I want them to have some heft in the bottom, particularly, but I also want them thick enough in the walls. If I pick it up, it doesn't break. So
Indeed.
but just a
Just give us
decorative
a nice
bowl.
wee rub.
Yeah, I've
There's
got
no-
some thin decorative pieces too.
Yeah.
They're definitely not functional. Absolutely not. But,
Yeah, decorative piece can be as thin as you can stand to get it. You do have to be careful if you take them to a show or whatever. Somebody pick one up by the edge. Of course,
To
most
break it, the bat.
break it in half, and then they don't want to pay for it.
there's yeah, those sort of thin pieces don't want to be set out on a table for people to pick up.
Right. Yeah, you want those in a gallery where people are
Yeah,
a little
surely.
better educated.
Mhm.
We choose the wax.
Gary Glass says that's such a nice wee shape, Paul. He really likes it. I like it too.
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice.
It's real classic form.
And
Okay.
I do believe it'll come to life with that finial on it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll take that out, set that to the side. A wee bit of touching up to do because the sanding, I couldn't sand the edge in and I scuffed it up a wee bit. So I'll just go back over that and just clean that up.
This might look nice with black and white edges on it, Paul.
Mm-hmm. Say nothing. Say nothing.
Nice inlet of ivory and well, you can't use ivory anymore for the white.
Yeah, you can't go buy ivory, but what you can do is scavenge the ivory off of old piano keys.
Yeah, yep.
Takes a bit of work to get them unglued off of the top, and it's just a thin little layer.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh, just a thin veneer, yeah.
yeah, you can use that.
Well,
That's
I'll
allowable.
show you what I was turning yesterday.
Andy suggests you should do white gold for an inlay. There you go. We're getting more expensive as we go along here.
Okay,
Oh.
so that's that and that.
Who says there's not
after-
many thumbs up today? Oh, there isn't. There's a whole lot of thumbs up missing, I have to say.
Give that a wee rub with a
I know.
orchard. Right? There's a wee airline. Turn that speed down a bit. Just give that a wee rub.
A white gold inlay. I'm just thinking about that. How would that? I could see using a like white gold wire maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about melting it and pouring it into the wood. It may be
Yeah, it's too hot.
maybe a little too hot. Yeah,
Would be, yeah.
can do some metals, but not. I would not
Yeah.
think gold would be one of them.
I wouldn't think so. Pewter
Yeah.
works well in wood because it
Pewter
has
works.
a low melting point.
Okay.
Somebody,
so
can't think
that's
who it
that.
was. Somebody the other day used what they called wood metal. An alloy that was made up by somebody named Wood.
Okay.
So that's why it's
That's
called
the
wood
lid
metal.
in.
So
we'll
it's
set
pretty
that
bright
to
and
the
shiny.
side. We'll get the piece of wood. Now, you can make your finial out of anything. I have this bit of ice. And I'm going to use that. Better set that out of the way or knock it over.
Yeah. White gold leaf might work. You're right, Andy.
Yeah, that'd work. Yeah.
Evolving center. Just line that up with your previous hole where I marked it.
Is that little cone center on the end of that? Is it on the end of your?
They're just wee
All right, I see it. Yeah. Yep.
centers.
Nice. An inverted cone on the inside. On the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Small
we
cup.
just
Yeah.
tighten that up. Now that we know it's in center, turn that round. Just blow the dust away. Okay, so we'll leave it for now. So, where? What am I doing? Right, I'm going to cut the size of my tannin. I'll bring this down first. Too high. Just bring it all down. Okay. Right.
Take that.
We want to get the size of the tannin off the size of the Forstner bit. Just doing that. So that's good bit to go.
There's a good
Aye. I'm going to do this, to say, arse about face.
Yeah, back to front, yeah.
I'm going to cut the tannin on side. Really, you should be putting it on that side.
I would normally work back
yeah.
to the tannin, yeah.
Right. I think I
Mm,
will.
I
Because
think maybe it's a better idea.
Gary says, "Jeepers, me and my big mouth. I actually had to go do some work."
right, we'll leave it at that. I don't want to make it too weak here. Okay.
Yeah, the finial is a piece of ash, isn't it, Paul?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
a bit of ash.
That's Gary was asking.
Yeah, you brought it on yourself there, Gary.
Did.
Actually had to go do some work. Good for you. Do some work so Brian can get a paycheck first
That's
of the month.
Oh, twice this month, though. Twice.
Oh, y'all get twice a month.
No, twice this month.
Okay.
There's 5 weeks in this month, so we get it twice.
Gotcha.
Comes every 4 weeks, regardless.
All right. Yeah, here it comes once a month.
Just going to change over to
Yeah.
smaller spindle
Yours
gauge.
works on the calendar month, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Ours works on the 4 weekly cycle.
Yeah, I've got a little part-time job that pays every 4 weeks. The only problem I have with that is keeping up with it. I'm not sure when it's due, so I just depend on them to pay me when they're supposed to.
Get it right, yeah. Well, the good thing about it being every 4 weeks, if you stick it in one of those little automatic calendars that we get now, a tiny calendar I use, it just it does it automatically for you.
There you go.
Tell it it's every 4 weeks, and it should appear then. And Gary says, "Well, by work I mean going next door into someone's office and telling them that their idea wasn't very good, and they should rethink their plans." Good man, Gary. I'm impressed with that. Right. Wander in, tell them their stuff's rubbish, and walk out again. Brilliant.
There you go.
So you want to work on wee pieces at a time. On a Sunday set, the R&A, you don't need to break your finial really thin. Just make it look nice.
Mm-hmm. It's
And
got to
then
match
take
the
it from
piece.
there.
It's got to match the piece. Is what it has to do. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's thin or thick, if it matches the piece, it doesn't matter.
So I'm working on a quarter of an inch at a time. And as it goes down the shaft, it's getting a wee bit wider towards the bottom. And before going any too far ahead, just do a wee bit of sand into that while it's still attached to the live center.
Just for stability.
Todd has said that retirement's the best job he ever had. Trying to perfect it. Excuse me. It's like a second childhood without the adult supervision.
That's absolutely a brilliant explanation of that, Todd. That's just how
Yeah.
I feel. Just like a kid in a candy shop. I can
Yeah.
just do what I like when I feel like it, and there's nobody supervising me. It's like, yay! Andy Woodward Learn says, if my finial matches the piece, I'd be in shock. Methinks you talk yourself down too much, Mr. Andy.
Well, it doesn't have to be a big finial.
One of my mantras. I don't like that word mantra, but you know what I mean by it. Is that you should never use your own words against yourself.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be plenty of people out there who'll use their words against you. Don't use your own against yourself. Big yourself up. Don't knock yourself down.
Just want to size the tenon up now, and then I can finish shaping that.
It's not that's not a very British thing, by the way. British people don't tend to big themselves up very much.
Right.
It's you certainly should never put yourself down. Don't
That's
use your
that.
words against yourself.
Yeah, and they confuse that with being able to laugh at yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to be able to do that. We do silly
Absolutely.
things sometimes. So,
Oh yeah.
but then we can also talk ourselves into a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're exactly right, Brian. He's-
He said now.
he said, "Sorry, Brian, been listening to Terry too much."
You haven't been listening to Terry at all because he's invincible. At least he thinks he is. Terry is the most confident person I know. Why did my watch just beep at me there? I don't know why it did that.
Oh, me. Medicine, appointment,
No,
carryover.
no, none of those. There's none of that on my watch. What's this, Todd? Are you married? I am. So much for no supervision. And Todd says, no, Chris, I control the dollars. Uh-huh. Yeah.
You just think you do.
Yeah, you think you do, Todd. Yeah. That's just an illusion created.
And rather than use your tool, you can use the sandpaper to just bring it down a wee bit more. It's a far safer because you can slip with the tool and it will just break off.
He's just making a new finial then, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Norman Greenwell says, being retired, he says, I'm not sure when I had the time to go to work. Yeah, me too. I have no idea how I managed to work and still have a hobby. Now I just do a hobby all day, every day. It seems like recently everything I do is attached to wood turning somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know how that ever happened.
Yeah. My wife says I'm obsessed.
That would be something similar to what Michelle says.
Yeah. That's pretty true.
Pretty much about spot on, actually.
Yeah.
That's not a hobby, it's an obsession.
And
There's a problem with that. Why?
yeah, exactly. Oh goodness. Back in the early days, I remember people saying welcome to the habit when somebody came in new, a new turner would come in. And I thought, I don't know, it's a habit. But it is. It becomes a habit. It becomes an obsession.
So Bob says there. Bob just said there. I believe that we are our own worst enemy. Indecision is a indecision and procrastination is the biggest issue, I think.
Yeah.
I started to write down little sayings. This was in 2017. I started to write these. They're just little things I thought up and popped into my head. And there's one that I wrote on the fourth day I was doing this, and it says, "Waking in the morning is a gift that mostly overlooked."
Yes. Absolutely.
And the older I get, the more I believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, another one that I kind of popped into my head was, you need to have rest. Some days just need to happen all by themselves.
There you go.
You just let the day go by if you need to.
Clint said his job is his hobby. He has a computer degree but chooses woodworking because it's so satisfying.
Good man.
Bob comes right behind him and says, wood turning is a way of life when you get my age of 78. Andy says, I have a really bad medical condition. It's called lazyitis.
Lazy eyes.
Yes. I resemble that
So a
remark.
lot of people has that condition.
Yeah. I get a
Yeah.
good bit turned, but not nearly what I'd like to turn. I'd love to be through with these Christmas trees, but I've got a long way to go.
I've got one more for you guys, just for you sitting out there doing thinking about things. Happiness is a state of mind of your choosing. Of your choosing.
Exactly.
Just back in Tailstock away.
Yeah, our personal happiness is definitely a choice that we have to make.
Certainly is. You can choose to be happy or miserable. I know what I choose.
I'm amazed at the people who are miserable, and you say something about it to them, and you think I want to be this way. Well, don't choose to be
Do something
miserable.
about it. Do something about it.
Do something about it.
Think yourself happy. You are what you think. That's a great expression. You are what you think.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Gary
it's only a
says,
thought. At the end of the day, it's only a thought.
Yeah.
Who's in charge of your thoughts? You are.
Yeah.
You can choose what you think.
There's a very good book written. Title of it is "Happiness is a Choice." It's that same premise that we choose to be happy or not.
Correct.
Bad situation, we can choose to be happy. Gary says, my wife can never remember how old I am. She keeps asking me, what age are you? 12?
Yeah, I choose to be 26 every day of my life. I was never
I do
happy.
too, but my back doesn't agree with me.
Sometimes you forget you're not 12 or 16 or 26. You try to do stuff, and that's when the problems arise.
You only get that memory when you only get that sort of shock to memory when you try to get out of bed in the morning. That's like, oh no.
Clint said, if you can't make yourself happy, nobody can. And that is exactly right.
100% correct. Reliance on other people to make you happy is going to make you miserable.
So just a wee taste of Yorkshire Grip to bring that to a nice shine. I was going to colour this, but I'm not going to bar. I think the bit of ice will go well with the mahogany.
That contrast.
Yeah, I think you're on the right track there.
I know some maybe were thinking that, could paint that black.
No,
Nah.
no, no. Definitely not black. Definitely not black.
No, it would fade into the background, I think, if you did.
It would need to be. It would need to be something rich to go with the mahogany.
A clean piece of towel, take all the excess off.
Nice piece of copper leaf or something would look nice on that, I think.
You could do that, or spare gold.
Raymond White, 71, and looking after a 1-year-old grandson 3 days a week. Then wood turning and fly fishing. Good man, Raymond. Get you stuck in.
Excellent,
That's
excellent.
good. And it's good to know, Raymond, that you're older than me.
Just a wee bit of wax in that.
But you're not as old as Terry.
I'll just buff that up.
Yeah, not bright pink either, Andy says. You're
Yeah,
exactly right.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not on this one. It's a bit classic, so
Okay.
the shape is nice and classic, so we need to keep it
We'll
classic.
I just want to check that to right size. Before we cut it off. Where's that piece? Now look at it. I think don't make the tannin too big. I think I've cut it off there.
I did have a bowl that I ebonized on the outside and then used the hot pink embellishing wax on it, and it came out purple looking. It came out really nice. I liked it.
Well, the colour underneath will always affect the colour you're putting on, you know. So.
Yeah, I was expecting that stark black and pink, but it came out purple, and I really liked it.
Dr. Bob says, thank God for the pain pills. You're quite right, Dr. Bob. And you are as old as you feel and as young as you act. Perfect.
Yeah.
Right, that fits in there lovely. So we've a wee bit of tidying up on the piece to do, and that we'll put it all together and show you what's occurring.
Gary's got a new meaning for happiness, he says. It's looking at the chuck and saying there's nothing there, but then looking on the floor and realizing you made shavings for the hamster cage. Perfect.
I spent about 15-20 minutes getting the major stuff out from under my feet last night. Lots of shavings for lots of hamsters.
Okay. I just want to tidy up the edges of the octagon here.
The octagon? You mean the hexagon?
Hexagon? Octagon?
No, an octagon's got 8 sides.
And it doesn't take an awful lot of sanding, just to crisp those corners up. Just check him. Just give it
all. He's just sanding back off the white paint that he put on.
Right. And it needs to be a bit extra just to bring the corner in. And every point, you should have them all exactly. There's one that's just not truly pointing. Just a wee bit from both sides. Still a wee bit.
Problem with this is you can go on forever.
Right, that's that. That's that done.
Good job.
So I'll turn that off. set that there. I need to retake the sand sealer to put on the ends of those because they're bare wood now.
That's not thinking noise again.
That's the happy tune. Yeah. It doesn't resemble anything. It's just a
Mhm.
yeah, you know.
You mean random notes? Is that what you mean?
Right. That's that. So I need to take the bottom off the foot.
Oh, Roger Kent says, Paul, you do
Yes.
a really great job of remembering to remove the chuck key from the chuck.
I know. I was waiting for Brian catching that. I left it sitting in it for a wee second while I went around and got that sanding disc.
Do you think I missed it?
Ah, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the truth, you did. Somebody else has just seen it, you know. It's not going to. Oh, it is going to fit in. Okay.
Click.
And it's same as before. Bring the tailstock up while you have it to take most of the timber away. And just gentle pressure. Remembering that's in the chuck there and it's very so. What's right? We'll just take that away.
Chris, he might get a strike if he did that.
Stop that and check it's undercut. Yeah, it's undercut enough. Let's set it flat. Just take that away. And I thought I was doing so well there, not leaving the key in. I'm trying. It was the start. It's upset me, you know.
It's just confused you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was not nearly as bad as the fellow the other day that stuck his key in there, and then he did all kind of stuff around the lathe, and I just knew he's going to reach over and turn it on with the key still in it.
So dangerous.
Pulled it out, and turned his lathe on before he even put it away. It's one thing I like about the Tommy Bar chucks. They you can leave it sitting in there, but it's going to fall out a lot quicker and easier.
I don't like the Tommy Bar chucks.
I don't like them.
Well, generally I don't either, but I've got 2 of them, and they work really well for me.
Yeah, if it works for you, then it's okay. Some people just can't.
My first one that I got is it's the original Nova chuck. So and it came with Tommy bars, but it's needing some attention right now. It doesn't want to hold shut for some reason.
Yeah, I was watching a fella last night from your side of the world doing this demonstration on how to clean your truck out.
Yeah.
Take it apart.
Mm-hmm. It's not a hard process. It's just kind of
some of them are easy and some of them are harder than ours, but it was a Nova chuck he was doing, and it was quite easy to take it out.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you mark your reference marks for putting the scroll back in, it lines up with where it was.
Yes.
Because you can mix it up.
I'm sitting here looking at it. I've got a set screw to take out and a C-clip to take out. That may be all.
I think a C-clip is the only thing that holds it in, and then you've got a cover in the back of it.
Yes. Yeah, it's totally enclosed.
Some of them have screws, and some is when you take the clip off, it just pops the cover off as well.
Right.
But
Well,
the
this
one he
grub,
done, I was
the
watching
grub
last
screw.
night. He done that.
Yeah. The grub screw that I'm talking about is holding the insert in.
Yeah. Just give that an RV clean.
Wouldn't mind
bit of
having
wax.
another one or two chucks. Not that I don't have a lot, but I only have 3 that fit. Actually, only 2 that fit
Hmm.
this particular lathe that I normally use.
Right.
What size is your spindle?
1 1/4.
Oh, inch to 4.
So I've got 2 1 1/4, and I've got one. It's a 1 inch, but I've put an adapter on it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I've got 1, 2. I think just 2 others that are both 1 inch.
Oh, Mr. G's in. Hey, Mr. G.
Hey, Mr. G.
Come in at the end.
You're a bit late, I think.
Paul's nearly finished. But you can always
But you can always
rewind
watch
it.
it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
The interesting part is this at the start. You don't want to watch it and miss that. Right. That's our piece. And where's our lid? And our lid. And where's our finial? There. And our finial. I'm going to put that on the tailstock so that you can see it from side.
Yeah.
Yay.
So that just needs stuck in, and that's a finish.
Very nice.
So
Very nice.
I'm going to show you the one I made yesterday.
That's nice, Paul. I like that.
Okay. And that's something similar.
I'm going to be copying that.
Yeah.
And there's the black and the white. Oh.
The black and white. Milliput.
Is it the
Okay.
finials? What's the finial?
Well, I just want to show you. Started out making it out of this is corian.
Oh, Corey.
Oh.
Yeah. But I pressed too hard on it and it broke off. So I got a piece of acrylic and made it out of that.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's not easy either.
When you see this wee bit, and it's got something extra inside.
It has. Oh.
Oh, look at there.
Snowflake.
Yeah, wee snowflake.
Did you laser that?
No, it's wee snowflakes. I'll show you them. I got them a couple of years ago. You get a box of 9, and you get wee different ones.
Was it
So
cut out on
what I
CNC
what I
machine or
done with those and a couple of times was your border outside. Cut a recess out to the width of those and just place them around it, and then fill it in with milliput, or if you wish resin or something, and then take the top off it. They're not very thick, so you have to watch that you don't take an awful lot. But they're neat wee things. There's bigger ones than that as well. There's the bigger ones. It's.
Are they cut out of play? Oh.
They're cut out of. Yeah, it looks like they're cut out of play. They're laser
cut. Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't there. You got a box of 9 of those, and you get about 4 in each wee box.
You could easily could you not just copy that onto your scan that into your computer and
I could, yeah.
Use your own laser to cut them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my 2 wee boxes.
Yeah, lovely, Paul. Yeah, I like that.
Very nice. Lots of good comments as well.
Put that back
Super
on
job,
the side.
Super job.
Wee bit different, and that's one more or less I played around with. It's only when you do the first one you want to say to yourself, I want to change that. I would rather change that transition in the middle to that one.
It's a bit thick in that one, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look right. I could try and mount it and take it a wee bit more in, but I would end up wrecking it. And I don't have an awful lot of milliput left. I'm coming down to I took a brave bit of that away. So you have to watch when you're doing that. But before the competition, I could change. I could make an R one.
Well, I almost guarantee it'll be changed before the competition.
Yeah, I'm not really happy with that one. So there you are, guys. A wee box pot with lid and finial.
Excellent.
Good job. Made out of mahogany, and we ice. Did I say ice before? Yeah, ice finial.
That's
Okay.
very good.
Going back to this turns quite well. It's just I was pushing too hard on it and I broke it off, and a lovely finial on that, and you can see the colours in that. I don't know if you can see them. There's wee speckles in it.
There is that Korean, yeah.
So it turns okay, Korean.
Does.
Billy Ferris in our club, he makes a lot of stuff using Korean,
He
and
does.
made some nice things, you know. So it's just an hour piece of stuff material you can use, you know, and acrylic. Loads of different colors over there. Got a couple of pieces that were being thrown out in the skip, and managed to get them. So that's only acrylic, and that turns very well too. And then when you sand it and polish it up, a wee taste of tea cut, and it comes up lovely.
Comes up nicely with Yorkshire grit too.
Yeah. What do you see? What's going to happen when I
Or
change
grit
this
of some
camera?
description.
No, that didn't work. Oh no!
It's just not gonna do it,
again.
is it?
I just
Well, there it
I
is.
just put myself on the R camera. Well, hang
Well,
on.
you're on the overhead now, so
I'm on the
There you go.
I'll have to get those cameras sorted out. I don't know what's
you will.
going on, guys. But anyway, thank you for coming in. My
Good
back's
job,
killing
Paul. Well
me.
done, mate.
I'm just going
Yeah.
to go in and take an hour to get over this before I come out and tidy this up. I hope you enjoyed that. It's a nice wee bit of spindle work, and it's not a big project. So it doesn't have to be a big project.
Nope.
Sometimes a wee small project like that there can give you a better practice at your finessing the tool and
Good for tool
and
control. Yep.
yeah.
Totally.
And if you get a nice pin of timber to do it on, it makes it even easier, you know. But anyway, guys, I thank you very much for coming over and joining me this afternoon and doing that. And I hope to be okay for next Monday. Time will tell. Usually when I do too much, I do my back goes, and that's it. Nothing else you can do but rest, you know.
Take it easy Saturday. Good luck.
Yeah.
So I'll see you tomorrow
I'll
night,
see-
Brian, for your
I'll see you
demo.
tomorrow night. Yep, you will indeed, mate.
And
Alright.
I'll
to
say
practice
sorry
this
over
afternoon.
everyone, and I'll bring those guys in just before you go. Before you say cheerio, the gruesome twosome.
That's
I think that's
kind of
yourself
true.
and you're
So.
talking about.
All right, guys, all the best, and we'll see you next week. Or we don't see you later on 360.
Indeed.
All
Goodbye,
right.
everybody.
Have a
All the
great day,
best.
everybody.
Bye.